Laura, I went out and flew a ship and I came back and Johnny was on and so Johnny just went off and so I came on. So that's where I have been. Brenda Sunstar, how you doing? Uncle Bill's Toys, good morning. Here comes the Great Republic downbound. East Coast, yeah. Well, thank you for worrying about me. Um, Joe was over with Johnny and there was a lot of people over there and they were talking. So I just decided to give them the space for a half an hour. Just a minute, yeah, I'll get you some. I'm back. I had to feed Mia real quick. Sorry about that. Anybody want to join? The link is at the top of the chat. Love to have anybody would like to come on and tell us what you think. Brenda, did you get a chance to fly your drone yet this weekend? Brenda got a drone. Her husband got her a drone, and I think her daughter came and flew it. What I remember, Brenda. But I don't know if Brenda has flown it. Eat your breakfast. Eat your breakfast. Don't bug me. Eat your breakfast. Oh yeah, Lance wants to know if you got your, yes, I think she reported the other day, Brenda, that you got your charger battery pack power supply. I think you got it like Wednesday or Thursday of this last week. Stop. No. Lay down. Lay down. Well, there's a lot of cheapy drones out there. Some of them are better than others, obviously. Personally, I'm a DJI guy, and an Autel guy, but I guess you just want to make sure that it's got some kind of collision avoidance landing, that you can control the camera and that kind of thing. Frank Rizzo. Hey, there's Bill.
Hey, how you doing?
Good. How are you doing?
You doing? I'm all right. Okay. I didn't expect to be awake. I thought I stopped in Artie's street, not Artie, Johnny's street, and I drank a little coffee. But I thought I'd go back to bed. I said, well, that just makes sense, right? Because drink coffee, go back to, because I wanted to sleep in a little today because everything I do today is optional, you know?
So today's a good nappy day.
Yeah, well, apparently not. But no, I've got the carbs out of the bike again, of course, and I'm gonna clean them out. Something got blocked up in there. I don't know how. Storing bikes outside sucks. So anyway, so what I did was I counteracted the caffeine by putting some Irish cream in the coffee. Figured that would help me go back to sleep, but apparently that's not happening. So here I am with you, my friend, and all of our Droney friends. Pop out the chat here so I can see
Donald, good morning, Donald. Are you going to join us? Maybe not.
Oh, he might. I don't know. Give him a chance. So how you doing there, Paul?
I just got back from flying a ship, and that's why I was kind of disheveled, because I got back at like 10 minutes to 4, and by the time I got settled in here, it was 4 o'clock, and then I saw Johnny was on, and there was a lot of like Joe and everybody was over on Johnny's channel, and his chat was going pretty good. So I said, well, I'll let it roll. So here I am now. Johnny shut down, and I popped in.
Yeah, I know. I heard that whole thing. I was there right from the get-go. Let me see. Let's fade out the back. Let's blur the background. See how that works. I have to download the Smart Virtual Background package. What? What? I guess I've never did it with this laptop. I'm just sitting in the living room, obviously, with my laptop, my cheapy Ace Magic laptop, which I'm very happy with. Actually,
Seems to be working pretty good.
I'm happy with it. You know, it's inexpensive. Oh, look at that. That was a quick download. There, blurred the background. I could be mysterious. Yeah, no, it was, I got it for under 300 bucks. Brand new, got all metal case, you know, got an Intel 12th core. It's just an N95 processor, which is,
Yeah, but you're not doing a lot on it, that you need a big processor.
I've been doing anything on it. I mean, I stream on it. I've streamed on it several, I brought it to this was at the drone meetup this past year, and it was in fact, it was brand new at that point. And I brought it to the drone meetup with Al Trishone up in Fort Pierce, and I streamed off of this. Because I was streaming off this little guy, the Surface Go. What?
Oh, yeah.
Whatever it is, not Surface Go. That still works good too. It's getting all those threatening. That's a Windows 10 though. It's getting all those. Hey, we're going to stop supporting this in a year. You
Yeah.
might look for another piece of machinery. Like, no, it's all right. Okay, I could live without your security updates for a year or so.
Everybody's always pushing you to buy something. Have you noticed that? It's getting worse.
Honest to God. Now, if I wanted to go from this is the original Go, and even that wasn't cheap. This is the entry level, but with the keyboard, it was 400 with the keyboard, another 129. The stupid Microsoft Bluetooth mouse was another 40. Yeah, like they paid nearly with tax nearly about 600 bucks for this. But if I wanted to say get a Surface Go, Surface Pro, because that's all they have, they don't have Go anymore. Entry level with a keyboard is $1,000.
Yeah.
For basically a tablet with an attachable keyboard. I mean, they're obviously way better now. They have this Copilot Plus AI thing built into it, which I'm curious about. I'm actually curious about it, but I don't know. Just a lot of money. And they're putting the new Snapdragon X Elites in them. They're not the most powerful, but they're really power efficient. Maybe equivalent to the new. There's a new Intel series chip. What's it called? It's not as powerful as the 11th or 12th, the 10th, 12th, 13th. Actually, probably not even. It's probably about back to 11, but they use so little power now when they put them in the laptops. It's fine. It's more than what you need. Like I said,
you got the average person doesn't need all those.
Well, no, I mean you do your heavy lifting on say your PC.
Your PC. Yeah.
But if you haven't, but even with this, as long as you're patient, you can do whatever you want on it. But if you get something that's actually pretty strong, you can use it as a video editor on the go or whatever.
Right.
It's just not going to be nearly as snappy. And that's okay. But this does fine. It's got a great screen. And 16 gigs of RAM under 300 bucks. I think I have a terabyte hard drive. I forget. That's all right. I like it. And I got a metal case so I can drop kick it and stuff. Yeah. Yeah. I think I might fly today. I actually charged up the Air 2S kit and put it up. We'll see. See how long it takes me to clean up that carb and put it back in. Gotten pretty fast at taking these things apart and putting them back together again. My dad had somebody work on the bike that's still up there in St. Cloud because it sat so long. You get moisture in the gas from sitting outside. We've got a cover on them, but still, it's not perfect. And even though the cap's on, none of that's perfectly sealed. You still get, and it wasn't running right. So he had some guy come in and for 50 bucks, he pulled the carbs out, cleaned and put them back in, right? You don't run these bikes and take care of them and keep them out of the weather. They stop running right, no matter how good you are with them. And he only charged him 50 bucks. He did that, and he did his Honda scooter. He's got a Honda Helix in the garage. So it's pretty cheap, and he got his money's worth. I mean, it was running okay, which was fine, but he put stuff back together wrong. I had to go up there, missing a hose clamp because he put the wrong intake elbows on the wrong carbs. He had them backwards. So the one didn't reach. Didn't realize because they look identical, but they're not. So he just left the clamp off. So the carb would be sucking in dirty air. What What else did he do? He did a bunch of stuff. He broke one of the lines off.
I just had to pick some peanuts. The squirrels were knocking on the door.
Well, that's okay. I knew you weren't listening to me anyway. So, so there's a plunger device thing on that carb that this guy broke off.
So now you're working on the bike that your dad paid $50 to get it fixed and it didn't fix
No,
it?
no, I already did that. I went up to his house and I had to take the carbs out. I mean, these are all things that weren't wrong with it that were wrong. So he's like, no, I don't think it was him. I think it. No, Dad. The throttle was not sticking when the guy worked on that, and now it is. And I kept trying to explain to him that's carburetor. All the spring back. Maybe it's something up here in the handlebar. No, Dad, there's nothing there. It's connected directly by cables to the carb. The springs are on the carb. That you know. Anyway, I tried. His memory's going. So you realize I've had this bike apart more than once. So anyway, he put one of the linkages on backwards. Said it was binding, so that you couldn't if you could throttle it and it would stay there. It's like you had automatic
Like cruise control type of thing.
That's a little dangerous though. You pull up to a light, forget.
Yeah.
And like you said, he broke a lead off the electrical lead. The check engine light was on. I had to figure out what that was, and then I was lucky I was able to solder it back on because it's a stupid part. It's people. There's a delete kit for that, but you have to put a capacitor on the lead. It's what it does is it's so you don't over rev the bike. It gets up above red line, it shuts the fuel off. It's like a little plunger thing. And there's one on each carb, and he broke the line off at once. So I was able to solder. I was lucky enough to get that back on there because he broke it right at the base, and there's actually kind of a rubbery area around it. So you kind of melting the rubber at the same time you're trying to get it to solder. Anyway, long story short, fixed that, fixed the linkage, got it back in. He did a couple other things, like I said. You were gone. Air intake. There's these two elbows that go from the air box. There's an air box. There's the air filter, air box, elbows into the carbs, and the carbs are numbered 1 and 2. And apparently, he thought 1 meant front but it doesn't. On that bike, the number 1 cylinder is in the back. So we had him backwards. So the 1 is a little oversized, so he was able to hook that up, clamp it in. The other one didn't quite reach. Couldn't get that clamp done, so he never said anything to my father. He just didn't put the clamp back on. I think we drawing dirty air back in this carb he just cleaned out.
Sure.
So I fixed that. The power lead, a bunch of stuff, man. It's like, wow, you got your money's worth, Dad, for $50. So, but anyway, it's running, it's doing good.
Does your dad still ride?
Ready to sell it? Nah, he's 84. He's not riding anymore. He thought about it. Then he bought that scooter. He figured he would buy that. I'm sure he could handle it, but he's actually backed off. He's a little afraid to. I don't know why. He's more than physically capable, but it's probably a good thing he's not endangering his life anymore.
Well, I've noticed the older I get, of course, could be just me getting older. I'm not as steady. I would never ride a bicycle.
Yeah.
Because it's like, whoa.
Yeah.
Hey, Donald.
Good morning, guys.
Speaking of unsteady, hi, Don.
How you doing? How you doing?
How are you?
Out in the backyard, are you?
Getting ready to smoke a couple of pork shoulders.
He's smoking his pork shoulders. Yeah.
All right. What do I have here? That's
Well, now, how long do you smoke the pork shoulders?
until they're done.
But usually there's
His smarty pants. His smarty.
there's usually a time element.
There is a time element. Depends on how much pork shoulder you're smoking.
Yeah, how big it is. Yeah.
Because you need to cook it to an internal temperature of like 175, something like that.
Do you have a formula per pound, perhaps? Or you just watch your thermometer and hope for the best? But
I just put an internal thermometer on it and wait. Because it's really hard to tell how long that stall is going to last. Because once you get to a certain temperature, it'll stall and stay there until all the internal collagen stuff is broken down, and then start rising again. So
This
really
guy,
hard.
these guys are always wrong anyway. I do that with the turkeys. I go, oh, this turkey's 24 pounds. Should take 4.5 hours to cook on stove. And it's always faster than that. And I've oven thermometer checked my oven, and it's right on. So it's always faster than that. I don't know. Especially if you don't play with it, you leave the door shut. Hi, Bill. No, I'm not going to my dad's today. I went last week. You know. Yeah, I went last week. What's today? 8th? Yeah. Yeah. And although I probably should go, I think the next couple of weeks I'm not going to be able to go. Next week's the company Christmas party, and I like to make an appearance there because I'm the manager, so I usually go. But this year we're actually doing it at someplace else besides.
Or not at your place?
Yeah, first time. Yeah. I mean, we're going to a business that's right in the same shopping center called Ocean Republic. A lot of people like that.
Well, so what, do you close your business down then while you have the Christmas party?
Yeah, close at 4 o'clock, be done for the day. So I don't have to go there at all because that's not normal. See, one of our managers, as of Monday, will be gone for 2 weeks. So the following 2 weeks, I'm going to be working an awful lot. I'm going to have to work a couple of doubles. And the funny thing is, it's the 2 days that I get there at 8 in the morning are the days that I'm going to have to work the doubles. And if the one is a Saturday, and we're open till midnight, you don't get out of there till 1. So it'd be like 8 in the morning to 1 in the morning because somebody decided to take the Christmas holidays off. It's very nice, but not too bad. We're closed Christmas Eve and Christmas Day, so it kind of works out.
Now, the majority of your business is bowling, right?
Bowling?
Bowling.
Bowling. Yeah, if only it was bowling. Yeah, well, yeah, it's bowling center.
But I mean, but you got the little cafe on the side, which does okay too, you know,
Yeah,
little
bar.
drinks and.
Bar and restaurant, yeah. We also have a pool hall. We have pool tables in the bowling center, but we also have sticks, which is the second business that we're responsible for. Cool Cat, how you doing? He's saying hi. Yeah, yeah. No, Laura, you're going to be playing Jackbox in 2 hours. Okay, we'll see. We'll see. Okay, so I had a little mission today, but we'll see if I get to it. Look at him smoking away. Said Don, he's always blowing smoke. I'm doing updates here. Yeah, right. Yeah. Doing updates on my little machines. Yeah, and it also depends on how even he keeps that heat and the smoker. Yeah.
We will keep it at 250,
Uh-huh.
and that Weber, it is still pretty airtight, even though it's like 12 years old. And I can maintain 250 with just a handful of briquettes every half hour, just a few extra briquettes going on top.
So is that gas powered or do you charcoal?
Briquettes, charcoal.
Okay.
Briquettes.
It's charcoal. Weber makes good stuff.
There's my pork shoulders been sitting in the cooler with rub on them all night.
What's on them?
A dry rub.
Dry rub, yeah. Yeah. But describe your dry rub.
It's almost like every other dry
what's
rub.
in the dry rub? Yeah.
It's almost like every other dry rub. It's gonna be
well done dry rub together.
brown sugar, salt, paprika, granulated garlic, assorted other stuff. But those are the big ones.
Mm-hmm. Sounds good. Sounds wonderful.
And it was put on with a mustard base, just a yellow mustard as a binder.
So did you put you slather the mustard on it to begin with, and then you add the dry rub to it? Is that how you work it?
Yep. And I'll probably give it once I get my coals up to temperature and I get the shoulders back out of here, they'll probably get another hit of the rub. But
Cool.
because they've drawn out a lot of moisture onto that rub right now.
So it's not exact. I mean, it's funny. It's a dry rub, but you got to kind of lube it up first before you rub it, right? With the
Yeah,
yellow mustard.
yeah.
With the yellow mustard. I've never used yellow mustard to lube it up. That
Well,
sounds
some
good.
people use mayonnaise, and that
It sounds delicious.
whatever you use, usually it'll disappear in the grand scheme of things.
Yeah, but it still adds to the flavor, right?
It will add a little bit, but almost negligible. Once you're all said and done, no one's ever going to tell you what you used as a binder.
Yeah.
But
Is it cold out there, Don?
not really. I mean, it's a little chilly, but t-shirt.
Yeah.
So
Well,
I'm guessing
you got your
it is
hands.
in the 50s.
You had your hands in your pocket. You're kind of shifting back and forth. That's thinking maybe you're
Yeah,
a little chilly.
it's just right on that edge.
Yeah.
I'm guessing it's probably low 50s right now.
Well, it's not bad. That's what it is here. Oh no, it's up to 71 now. It was low 50s this morning though. Actually in Florida, it's like being in a desert. You know, it was like 48 overnight, and then the sun comes up, and in an hour it's 70. You know. How about by you, Paul? You still got some cold weather going there?
Oh yeah, it's 38 degrees right now. Snow on the ground.
Well, not for long at 38 with the sun out.
Well, the sun isn't out. It's kind
No.
of dark.
Huh?
It's kind of dark. It's hazy, dark, cloudy.
Yeah, but still at 38. Well, actually, that's the worst. When it's hovering like right in between, and then nighttime comes around and everything that's semi-melted freezes back up, and you get that nice crust on top.
Right? Yeah,
You know,
ice.
like what Don's going for with that beef. Get that nice crust.
Cork.
You gotta.
I was reading chat.
Oh, okay. And the problem is,
Coffee grounds. East Coast, I put fresh coffee grounds in my dry rub for pork or brisket.
I saw that.
Weird. Not like weird, but interesting.
Yeah, I was thinking about it. That's you're surprised what you could do. I mean, have you ever done like honey first instead of like say mustard as part of your dry rub?
Oh, like as a binder? No, I've never even thought.
Honey
I
as
had some.
honey as a prep, as a starter. To get it.
Honey and mustard type of thing.
Yeah, I haven't thought about doing that.
I mean, he's put the mustard so it holds the dry rub, but I was thinking honey. I don't know.
It puts the mustard on its skin, or else it gets the hose again.
Be right back.
Oh, this grill needs cleaned, big time. I'm gonna set this to the side and do that.
I suppose you could try all different kinds of things in the dry rub.
Yeah, but most dry rubs are pretty similar.
Well, honey's not a crazy idea. You're using brown sugar in your rub. You're using honey.
Yeah.
Honey goes with everything.
Yeah, honey might I know, it looked pretty good. Oh, I should have done this after I did that turkey.
You're making me want to buy a smoker now.
I don't even have a smoker. This is just a Weber 22-inch grill, and I cook indirect.
And you're kind of using it, you're just using it as a smoker. Huh?
Yeah, I bank the coals to one side, and I still cook indirect heat. But
Well, I mean, I have a Weber gas grill out there, Genesis 2, whatever. It's pretty decent. I tell you what, man, they make some good stuff. I mean, back in the day, you'd buy the cheaper one at Home Depot, whatever crap brand they, and it would
I
last a season or two, and everything starts to rot out on the inside.
that's why when I bought this, I did not spend money for the step up on this because I thought, man, if I spend money on this and it dies, I'm gonna be pissed. Now this thing's lasted for years and years, and I wish I would have spent the extra money for the upgraded version back in the day.
Well, that thing's been out there covered in the weather for I got it not too long after I moved here. So I mean, it's getting a little long in the
Mhm.
tooth, and it still works perfectly.
Yeah, Webers are great.
I
It's
think the
been
deflectors I changed once. That was it because they rusted on me. But everything else,
it's gas. Yeah, I need to replace the grate on this one. I really should anyway.
yeah.
I don't need to, but I should. So I got the grates that have the flaps on either side. They'll come up. That way I can continue adding coals on my indirect heat.
Huh? That's
And
cool.
I do more smoking on this thing than I do actual grilling.
Yeah. Well, I'm just thinking. I mean, I got shed room. I mean, maybe I wouldn't leave it outside. But if I just had a smoker separate, just for occasional, get a little bug in my ear and decide to do something, I just copy Don.
Mhm.
Pork shoulder, pork butt.
There you go.
Well, I went in there yesterday to I had a gift certificate for like that this butcher shop here in town that we were given last Christmas. And the gift certificate expires this month. So we waited all year long. It would never go there. So and yesterday I was like, just give me as much pork shoulder as you can give me. The guy's like, that's gonna be a lot of pork shoulder. I go, I know my business. He was concerned that I was gonna be wasting my money by like I'm
Yep.
gonna smoke it and then I'm going to shred it and then I'm going to vacuum seal it into portions, put it in the freezer for the rest of the year. I'll be able to just pull out, heat up, and have pulled pork whenever I want. So
I miss having a freezer. Yeah. I don't know why we gave it away. Well, we bought a new refrigerator, so we had the other refrigerator, which has a 5 cubic. The Amana in the garage has an oversized freezer. It's like 5 cubic foot freezer. So my old freezer was only 7 cubic feet to begin with. So between the two freezers, I didn't really lose any space. But it was nice having the freezer though. No, so I ended up giving that one away. Because that was back when appliances didn't cost you a mortgage payment.
true. If I had it to do over again, I wouldn't have gotten the chest freezer. We got this chest freezer. I would have gotten a stand up just because it's much easier to keep stuff organized in.
Right,
Chest freezer.
having to dig down and with the shelves and everything else.
Well, I did put some cardboard dividers into the freezer, so I kind of keep stuff compartmentalized, but you still have to reach down and
Those companies still around that'll sell you a quarter or a half of beef and sell you the freezer to go. Remember those plans? Actually, I actually became in between jobs. I actually became a salesman. I mean, it was, it was probably a pyramid scam. I mean, I bought a freezer, commercial grade, gigantic upright freezer, and I think I put a quarter in it, filled it up, and then you would sell this meat pack plant to people. Do you remember those, Don? I mean, are they still around?
Hmm.
I mean, in fact, are they still around? I mean, when you figured it out, it wasn't the greatest deal on the meat, but the meat was supposedly better. It was good, you know.
Well,
You
I don't
know.
know. We go in for a partial cow every year.
Yeah. Well, that's what I ended up when I ran out of meat, I ran out of interest in trying to sell those plants to people.
Hmm.
Still had the freezer. So some guy was actually raising buffalo. This is when I lived in Pennsylvania and up in the country there. So I bought a quarter of a buffalo, and it's okay.
Oh, and Trevor says I need to green my lawn. It's fucking winter, dude.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm just going back to the chat.
That
I think he's thinking that you're in like down in Carolinas or Florida or something.
Uh-huh. Yeah, the butcher shop that I went to yesterday, they don't do a subscription type thing where but you can go in and buy packages.
and you're smart guys. There's a difference between bison and buffalo.
Um, yes, technically American buffalo are all bison. They're not technically buffalo,
All right, so it was bison.
but they were just called buffalo. And the American bison, I don't know. There's a small percentage that is still bred true, but I think to save the population, they had to interbreed the American bison.
It's something to do with the size of their hump. I don't know. There was a difference in their actual what they looked like. I don't know. One had a bigger hump than the other.
Well, buffalo is a completely different species,
Is it?
different family.
Is it delicious?
I don't know, but that's where you get like the water buffalo and stuff like that. They're like large, big cows looking things. But then you have the bison, which are completely different type of
No, whatever
species.
he had was too lean. I bought it.
Yeah, bison is very lean.
It was way too lean. He pitched me on this special feed that he was feeding it that would make it marble, and not too lean, and it wasn't. It was.
Bison is super lean. There are ways to get around that if you're doing bison steak. And yeah.
Yeah.
But bison are supposed to be much better for your land than cattle are.
Like I said, he was growing it. I don't know. I wasn't unhappy. The price was good, but you ended up having to just basically pot roast it. You know what I mean? So it fell apart. Wasn't tough.
Mhm. Yeah. East Coast is showing a pellet grill. And you know, if I had to spend the money and I knew a pellet grill would last as long as this Weber has lasted, I would get a pellet grill because
Buffalo.
that
Wait. He's a cool cat. Buffalo must be very small animals. I've
no,
tried.
actually, buffalo. Do you seen them? Buffalo really large. The wings are almost vestigial now, and they're right underneath the armpit. What really sucks is that a lot of companies will waste the entire buffalo just to get to the little wings, and it's not very sustainable.
Yeah, yeah. That's vestigial wings. Left over from when they used to fill the skies.
Yeah, I mean, you think pigeon crap on your windshield is bad?
I just thinking the same thing. God, you keep beating me to my jokes, man. Hi, Mark.
Good afternoon. Good morning, everybody.
Woo!
You
I should have been over here by the coals.
can't even imagine a flying buffalo and you get a giant cow flop dropping on your car from 2,000 feet or 200 feet.
Yeah.
That'd be scary. Yeah. Speaking of scary, So Mark, you know, your face is popping out and that thing, it keeps replacing you and there's not that much difference.
Yeah. No, I would have come on last night, but I was absolutely shattered, feeling really crappy. And I had to get up early again this morning for an appointment, so I just went to bed.
You know, and I have to admit, I think I
You didn't send me a link either. Yeah.
forgot to send you the link. Yeah. If I saw you in the chat, I would have sent you one right away.
Yeah. No,
I
it's
looked
all
at the
right.
link.
Did it on
I
purpose.
was busy editing last night, and I didn't even see the link come through. I didn't see the alert come up on YouTube. I didn't see any of it.
Well, you know how I send the links? I just go down my messenger list, and whoever like messaged me last is at the top, you know. So I just kind of go down, and
Yeah.
I can't remember whether I hit everybody or not, you know. And last night I was rushing to throw it together. I didn't even put in the holding picture. It puts that default background from my banner up in there because I fell asleep. I got home from work early for a change, actually on time for a change. So I actually ate, you know. And so you know what that means. I fell asleep on the couch.
Yeah.
I woke up
Level went up.
woke up at 7:30. I was like, oh Jesus, I gotta put this together. So
Yeah, as soon as you have something to eat, your sugar level rises and you get tired. Yeah.
I do. Yeah. That has something to do with the sugar, I guess. My system.
Now, when your sugar level gets high, you do get tired.
Or low.
Gets low, you get dizzy.
Well, I mean, technically, it's not out of control. You know, it's just a little high.
Mm.
I'm only diabetic, but still, I can feel the difference.
Mm. Yeah, when mine goes low, I go all really sweaty and disorientated.
Well, you're looking sharp this morning, man. Well, it's not morning.
Like nearly 3 o'clock in the afternoon now. Oh, it's gone 3 o'clock in the afternoon now.
So you're 6 hours difference?
Oh, 5.
Because it's 10 o'clock here, 10:11 here.
Yeah. Oh, it's 5. 3 here.
Cool Cat's on a roll here.
Okay.
Recovery one. Don't fall for it, Mark. He never sends me a link. Well, I didn't know that you were interested in coming on. I'll send you a link every week if you want. You know, I mean, I send links to people for so many times in a row they don't show up. I figure they're not interested. You know, and what happens is they fall down the list on the messenger and they don't get it. It's not excluding them. I just don't think of it. You know, I mean, there was people. I'll give you an example. Chris, Jesus, see, I call him by his first name. Everybody knows him as Doc Murdoch. He used to come on, you know. So I send him a link every once in a blue moon when I see they don't come on anymore. I think they're just not interested. I mean, I don't take it personal. They got other things going on in their lives. You know, busy people are busy. But I'd be more than happy to have you come in, Trey. And by the way, hi, Trey.
Morning,
Yeah.
Dre.
Right. Yeah, and we all know that when you send links to Mike and Jim, it's hit and miss whether they can figure out how to actually get on.
I know. No, the only one having trouble lately is Mike. Yeah, it's Mr. B. Yeah. With the restream, it's funny. It's got to, if you're not on yet, the link is different. Once you're on, the link changes and it's shorter.
Yeah.
He's able to get on with that, but he can't get on with the initial link. I don't know why it would be different, but
Yeah. Oh, I know it takes you into Restream and then asks you to log in.
well, see, now Dre says, I'm good, Bill. Last night I would have chewed Art up one side and down the other for his little comments. Well, now you make me want you on the stream even more.
Yeah. Trouble is that Art is always like that, isn't he? No matter where he is.
Yeah. No, Art, he's bad enough sober, but when he starts drinking whiskey, holy crap.
I agree, Dre.
And if you make a comment on our show and he disagrees with it, he just ignores it completely.
Yeah, he made some off-color remarks, yeah. Just trying to be funny, I guess.
Yeah.
Got to keep trying.
Well, I'm a funny guy and I don't make off-color remarks.
Mm.
Uh-huh.
Any sign of Alexis yet since she was on before?
No, she's kind of just, she wished me a happy Thanksgiving.
Uh-huh.
That's the last I've heard from her. Yeah.
All right.
Hey, Joel.
She's still having trouble with her legs, isn't she?
Oh, he's in the hospital. I didn't even, after being sick in the hospital, still recovering. Well, best wishes to you, man. Yeah. I'm recovering because I'm still getting bills. I love the fact that they separate all these different things. I thought, it was only a couple $1,000 for that biopsy, and then I just got a bill for like $1,100 for the anesthesia. Why is it?
And you get
the two pieces, exact same bill, same day, same procedure, but one has one doctor's name on it, one has the other a different doctor's name on it. It's like, what? Before I pay that one, I'm gonna make sure Blue Cross did its due diligence on that one.
Yeah.
You got a call. So far, I did save myself $900 by making a phone call because they applied a bill incorrectly. But every other time I called, it was right. So. But still, $900. Pay my anesthesia bill. Hi, Brian. Morning.
So I'm Brian, Joel, Brenda. Dusty, Michael. I'm not going through them all. There's too many. Are you off up to your dad's again today?
I'm sorry? No, not today. I went last week. I'm trying to do this every other week thing. Like I said, maybe I should have went because I may not.
You're gonna be skipping a time, right?
I may not be able to go for a while. Yeah, a couple of weeks. Like I said, it's a company party, and because I'm a manager, I like to be, like to go. But this year we're not having it in the bowling center. That's especially why I like to go because someone's got to stay there afterwards and clean up. And look at
Here you
that.
go, guys.
Yeah, baby.
Right.
But we're having it at a different place this year. Company's actually picking up the tab. Well, we're kind of doing a trade. They're at our place today for their company party. And then we're going to go there for ours. So they do like a kind of a trade thing. They're covering the cost of food, and our place is going to take the bar tab. She's like, maybe a drink or two. I said, a drink. All right, maybe I'll. Then after that, like I said, we're gonna a full-time manager, taking 2 weeks off in a row over the Christmas holiday. We have so many parties booked; it's unbelievable. It's gonna be some long shifts.
Yeah, I bet.
But when I looked at it, when all was said and done, it wasn't that bad because the first week of it starts today, and she's still there. No, I'm sorry, starts next Sunday, and she's still there. So that's one day I don't have to worry about. And then, so that's only 6 days I have to worry about. And one of them I have to take off Thursday morning because I have a doctor's appointment, so they're covering that. So it's not that bad. It's only 50 something hours, 57 or something. I don't know. I know it seems like a lot, but
Hey, if anybody wants to smoke on their Weber, there's a modification that you want to do, and that is that guy right there. Go ahead and drill a hole in it and put a temperature gauge on it.
You drill a hole in it? What for? What's that do? Give it extra air or what?
No, I drilled a hole in it to put a temperature gauge.
Oh, you put the gauge through the lid.
Yeah,
Yeah.
my temperature gauge on mine lid.
These don't usually come with these Weber pedals don't usually come with a temperature gauge on the outside.
I can't even remember.
Well, they don't come with a temperature gauge on the inside either.
yeah. My gas grill has a temperature gauge on it.
But yeah,
I don't think-
fancy.
I don't think I want to smoke with it though. Yes, I could. I could put something in there to hold the coals on the side.
You can get little metal boxes that you can put the wood in
Yeah.
to smoke it from.
Yeah, you can get little smoker boxes.
Yeah,
For like your gas grill, you mean?
Yeah.
Yep. Get yourself a little smoker box. Fill it full of wood chips and you're good.
What kind of wood chips you would suggest? What do you like?
Today I'm using, well, for pork, I always like to go with fruit like cherry or an apple. Today I'm going with apple with a little bit of hickory mixed in. Hickory is a more acrid smoke, has a more, I don't know how to describe the
tastes like kippers. Yeah,
acrid maybe. Not acrid. It's not a bad taste, but I'm using a mix of cherry and hickory, mainly cherry.
thought you said apple.
I said I use fruit woods, usually cherry or apple. Today I'm using cherry.
What was a Tex-Mex wood chip? That was
Mesquite.
mesquite. Yeah, it was like
Yep.
like a popular big deal for the longest time.
I've got mesquite chips out in the shed. I usually use it if I'm doing some sort of beef, doing something that I want that. But it's got mesquite has a much harder bite on the smoke,
So a strong
I
taste.
think.
You want to do something like that, I guess. Meat with
So, do you ever smoke fish on it?
I have done fish when I do that though. I usually will plank and do like a cedar plank, and that's where you basically throw the fish directly on the wood, and the wood chars on the edges, and you get just a little bit of smoke from that. Fish is you don't want a lot of smoke for the fish.
Oh,
Well, unless you're doing kippers. There's a
Oh
lot.
yeah, I guess unless you're preserving it.
Yeah, I like smoked haddock, finny haddock. The
I'll
yellow,
say I don't like a lot of smoke on my fish.
it turns yellow. The fish, it's really nice.
Now, the person that you need on here, you talk about smoking and barbecue is Dre. If he pops on here and starts critiquing my pork shoulder, I'm gonna just go ahead and cry and go away.
I feel so pedestrian. I got a container of hamburgers my wife threw on the grill yesterday in the refrigerator. Feel
Ain't
very
nothing wrong with hamburgers.
pedestrian.
Yeah, hamburgers are awesome. Have you ever had brisket burgers?
No.
Uh, I know you can get them at Walmart, and I got them, and it's of course ground from the brisket. They are very good tasting burgers.
Tell her about that. Maybe we'll do that.
Mm.
Sounds good.
Yeah, it's weird. Hamburgers are never made from ham.
No, not usually. Yeah. I mean, hamburgers are named after what? Hamburg?
I don't know really. I mean, it's the same as Frankfurt as being named from Frankfurt. But I don't think they're a particularly staple diet in either of those places.
I don't think it is. Where? Let's look it up. Hamburg. Etymology. Terminal. Hamburger originally derives from Hamburg,
Oh, right.
the second largest city in Germany. However, there's no specific connection.
Yeah.
Okay, so that sounds like
So whoever wrote that, that was their opinion.
yeah, it's old one, dinky to me. Let me see.
Been to a beer festival in Hamburg. That was good. The Dom Fest.
Well, usually at beer festivals, don't they serve sausage?
Um, yeah, I guess so if you want. We were there for the beer, not the food. And I'm not sure why, because the beer is nearly always lager at German beer festivals.
Quite interesting. I think I'll pull a Artie and read the whole thing.
Just highlight it and let it speak it itself.
Yeah, this hamburger derives from Hamburg, second largest city in Germany. However, there's no specific connection between the dish and the city. By linguistic rebracketing, the term burger eventually became a self-standing word that is associated with many types of sandwiches that are similar to a hamburger, but contain different meats such as buffalo in the buffalo burger, venison, kangaroo, chicken, turkey, elk, lamb, or fish, such as the salmon in the salmon burger, or even the meatless sandwiches as in the case of the veggie burger. The term burger can also be applied to a meat patty on its own. Since the term hamburger usually implies beef, again, which we're questioning, for clarity, burger may be prefixed with the type of meat and meat substitute used, as in beef burger, turkey burger, bison burger, or portobello burger. Portobello burger. In most English speaking countries, including the United Kingdom, Ireland, Canada, Australia, and New Zealand, a piece of chicken breast in a bun is called a chicken burger. Americans would call this a chicken sandwich because the meat is not ground, whereas in other countries, anything with a bun is considered a burger and a sandwich has sliced bread.
Oh, I think McDonald's chicken burgers are definitely ground.
Yeah, but they still don't call them chicken burgers, though. Not here. You just blew away that whole argument just there.
I mean, the the one where they actually do use a chicken breast, they're nice. But that pate that they use for their ordinary plain chicken burgers is like cardboard.
Wow, they really have a lot of information here about it. Where we did the first one, where it started. Claims of invention. Hamburg's origin is unclear. though the hamburger steak sandwiches have been advertised in U.S. newspapers from New York to Hawaii since at least the 1890s. The invention of hamburgers is commonly attributed to various people, including Charlie and the Green, Frank and Charles Menches, Oscar Weber Bilby, oh, that guy, Fletcher Davis, or Louis Lassen. White Castle traces the origin of the hamburger to Hamburg, Germany, with the invention of by Otto Kraus. Some people have pointed a recipe for Hamburg sausages on toasted beef. Hamburg sausages on toasted beef, published in The Art of Cookery Made Plain and Easy by Hannah Glass in 1758. I think this is the strongest argument for Hamburg and hamburgers. Hamburger national recognition in the U.S. at the 1904 St. Louis World's Fair, when the New York Tribune referred to the hamburger as the innovation of food and vendor on the pike. And that was brought as like sausage burgers, basically, from Hamburg.
Let's declare that one the winner.
Yeah,
So,
yeah, didn't stop talking, right? Yeah.
so hamburgers were original hot dogs.
Well, since you're full of knowledge and information there, Bill,
Full of something.
where did spaghetti originate?
Italy.
I would imagine Italy.
I don't know. I've never looked it up. I don't know.
Well, I don't know. There's some argument for Chinese noodles predating Italian spaghetti, actually.
Yep.
Yeah, but noodles are made slightly different than pasta. Not a lot, but a little bit.
Well, it depends on the noodle. I mean, there's semolina wheat versus rice versus
Rice flour. Yeah.
the Chinese have wheat, I believe, wheat noodles as well. Who invented spaghetti? What people don't understand too is it wasn't until the discovery of the New World that they even had spaghetti sauce or tomato sauce, because they're indigenous. They're indigenous to the Americas. How much I did know. Okay, the origins of spaghetti. This is AI overview. The origins of spaghetti are disputed, but the modern version is generally attributed to Italian innovation. And right under it, it says noodles in China. Some say that pasta originated in China during the Shang Dynasty, 1700 to 1100 BC. The Chinese have been making noodles since at least 3000 BC. Noodles in Greece, Mediterranean. In 1154, an Arab traveler, so this is quite some time ago, in Sicily, traveled to Sicily and described a food made from flour in the form of strings in Sicily. So
Yeah, whenever there's an argument over who invented food, I just say the original came from Atlantis.
Yeah. Try disproving it. Yeah.
I had to go put on my smoking jacket.
Need more than a jacket here. Bloody horrible outside.
How's the temperature there, Don?
Low 50s.
Okay, well that's pleasant compared to here.
Actually, it might be high 40s right now. High 40s, low 50s. It's supposed to get up to mid 50s today. So,
What are we?
to be honest, I didn't check the temperature. I'm just feel with my
Right,
ears, see how they
temperature you're
feel.
concerned with is what you're cooking, right?
We're 7 degrees centigrade, feels like 0.
Here, I will pop open my weather app if anybody's curious.
With rain every like 10 minutes.
It is 49 degrees.
49.
So
That's kind of chilly for you, isn't it?
it's not as chilly as 32.
No, but I mean,
Nope.
this time of year where you are, isn't it usually a little warmer, like in the 50s?
No. I mean, you'll have your days, but here in Missouri, it'll fluctuate.
Hey, Don,
Yes.
I got a money-making ideal for you.
He's getting ready to make me cry. What? What's that?
No, I just noticed that it's not just your lawn, but I see the neighbor's lawn when you went up the balcony, whatever you guys
Uh-huh.
call that thing. You
Yeah.
guys have the same issue. So if you go buy out all the ironite at Home Depot and sell it to your neighbors, you all would have green grass.
Well, you know what? We could just paint it. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I was gonna say, get a compressor and offer to spray paint the grass in the
They
winter.
got a, I really, if you want to paint it, that's cool too. But I'm saying get some regular ironite fertilizer and your grass will stay green year round.
This grass is not going to be green in the middle of freezing temperatures.
No.
You know, I beg to differ. You know
It might-
better than me since you live there.
It
If
might
they
be
could do
white
that, then the
for a
golf
while.
courses wouldn't be brown right now.
Yeah.
Well, like I said, it's only $9 a bag. I put it on my grass, stays green year round.
How
Where
about
do you
Ash?
live?
No,
You're in
Ashford,
California.
Ashford turns green too. You don't have to mow it. There is that.
I do pay a gardener, so I need to keep him employed.
Oh, okay. My grass is green. Florida. Actually, it's never looked any better. And I don't even have to cut it right now because it stopped growing.
Mm. Yeah, it's weird. I don't know why yours stops growing, even though the temperature stays high.
Well, it's
Well, the temperature gets a little lower, so grass, like anything else, it acclimates to the temperature that it's used to. Just like mine. Mine stops growing as fast as it does compared to the spring and the summer.
yeah, right. I spoke
Like I
out of
said-
turn. It didn't completely stop, but it's so slow now. that
Yeah, it's slow.
Mm.
Yeah.
3 weeks.
But like I said, if I don't water it and maintain it, it will look like Don's. It'll turn brown.
Yeah, I mean, I don't need to mow my grass now until about April.
One good thing about cold weather is the fish hold still, and I finally got an accurate count on them.
Oh, that's the actual pond you built?
Yeah,
Oh, I thought it was just a hole in the ground.
it is just a hole in the ground.
That's your-
Incoming.
that's your original spot he was going to start his deck at. He changed his mind.
Yeah.
Oh man. So
See,
I'm
I
quite
told you,
in-
Dre was gonna
I'm
come in here and
quite
start giving me
intrigued.
shit.
No, I'm just quite intrigued with your smoking activities there. You know, got them pork shoulders going in your rub recipe. You know,
Good morning, Curtis.
I am
Morning.
quite
Hey,
intrigued.
Curtis, how's it going?
Not really a rub recipe. It's more like grab this here and then taste it and be like, yeah, that's good.
Yeah, that's how most rubs, end up being. A little bit of
But
this,
it's
a
all
little bit of
the
that.
same stuff. It's
Right.
start with brown sugar, some salt,
Well,
some
actually, you can start a
pepper.
little salt and pepper and add from there.
Yep.
Little pinch here, little pinch there, and until you're satisfied. All I say is make sure you cover all the meat. I don't want to see no meat. Just cover everything. I want to see is ingredients.
Yeah, I put it on last night, then I wrapped it. It's been inside of a cooler, and then
Mhm.
before it went back on, it got another dusting.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. That's the key. The application is the key part. No matter
Mhm.
what you're using.
And don't go light. You think you're going heavy, you aren't.
No. Most of the stuff will cook off, so you go heavy, so at least some of it
Yeah.
does absorb into the meat itself, at least
Yeah.
the upper layers,
But
especially in the
I
fat
definitely,
areas.
yeah, and if you're doing pork shoulder, don't just season the top of get your knife out and score the fat
Yeah.
cap.
Okay.
Go back and forth. You want to get your seasoning down to the meat. Even because most of that's going to render off and it's going to just run all your seasoning straight off of it.
Mhm.
But yeah,
That's what, when I go to, my local
overseason.
grocery store that has the butcher part in it, I feel heavy season. I don't even want to see the meat. Heavy season it, wrap it up in plastic, put it in the butcher paper, take it home.
Oh, you go to you get yours pre-seasoned?
I have them seasoned. If I don't want to buy the packs myself, use our butcher shop area. It have like 4 major seasonings right there, and
Oh,
they'll season it
see?
for you.
My butcher that I went to now, but
Mhm.
Look, see, green-ish.
Yeah,
And these
yeah.
pretty
About
little
what mine,
flowers.
that's about what mine looks like.
yep.
I don't have the pretty flowers, but I got the little bit green leafy grass.
Yeah, I don't know what they are, but I call this is like our snow. We don't get snow, but we get these things.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. In Missouri, you get your first freeze, everything is definitely going to be brown with greenish tints throughout where the
Well, you know what, Don?
hardier weeds
I think
poke through.
you be set the standard for the neighborhood. You go out there and put some of that iron right
I don't.
on your grass and have that green grass. All the neighbors drive by and say, "Oh, Don, I think he's special."
Yeah, I don't believe in lawns anyway.
Yeah.
I don't believe in monoculture lawns.
Oh, well, you can do like my did in my backyard. Get turf.
That's still a monoculture.
I'm very happy with how this is coming along. You know, we did the driveway.
Or
This
you
was
you got the AstroTurf. You got the fake stuff.
Yeah, as I said, I got turf in my backyard.
No,
Yeah,
turf
so
is still
yeah, I don't
grass.
want to go out. I don't want to have to go out and vacuum my lawn.
Yeah, that's what my gardener does. He brings the blower and blows the leaves off the turf. So I got turf in my backyard, and I had turf put in my parents' house in the front. But they don't hardly have much of a backyard. So I had turf put in the front of theirs.
how much extra
Yeah,
I
but
had to pay to have this pipe put in, and now this it's all filled in. And the city needs to clear this out. Piss me off.
What pipe is that? That's your drainage pipe?
Yeah, yeah,
Mhm.
you're required to have this.
Of course. All
Um,
houses are required to have it. Well, I say not in every state, but
But you
majority
see
of houses in California, you gotta have a drainage.
you
Other
got
than
this
that,
culvert. You got this culvert thing that the city
right.
taxes us on.
Yeah.
I
Part of my
guess it's
taxes.
Well,
Now
kind of
grown-
like us.
it's
You
grown
can't-
in, so I need to do something about it. I guess.
yeah.
Kind of like us. You can't have unadopted water
Well,
You
the
see
thing
it
is
over there
here
with
is,
the-
draining onto adopted highway.
yeah. There you go, right there, Mark. We don't want your runoff into the roadway.
Hmm.
And what happens is people don't understand the reason for that. We call it little swells or a culvert, like Bill's talking about, and people will dig it up or fill it in, and then they wonder what happens when we get a really big storm come through and the house.
And the place floods.
Yeah. And I said,
Yeah.
well, we come out here and said, well, who filled in the culvert or your runoff swell? Oh, that's what that is? Yeah, you're required to have that and maintain it.
Yeah, so I got to do something about that.
So, what
Oh,
do your little white plants look like, Bill?
What's that?
What do your little white plants look like?
You're probably little
flowers?
dandelions.
No, they're not dandelions.
No, dandelions
dandelions?
yellow.
Oh, not always. Out here, they come up white first and not yellow.
Little
Yeah.
stars.
They
Yeah,
could be It could be
They're
clover.
not white anyway. They're kind of purple, I think.
Mm.
Some are white.
Purple.
You got white right there. And you got
It's definitely
color,
not
some of
clover.
Yeah.
Hmm.
But I haven't cut this
I guess
grass. God, there was a time I could have cut it twice a week. It's been
I
3-4
guess
weeks I haven't cut this grass, and look at it.
I guess
Love
it
it.
could be a type
Here's
of
something
clover.
pretty. Bougainville.
They're nice. Yeah.
Now,
This
do they
is how I
bloom all
like it
year
too.
round?
If this grows out into the driveway and I got to sneak by, these things will grab you and pull your skin off.
Well, does that bloom all year round?
Comes and goes. I don't know. I never really kept track of it. No, it comes and goes. I don't know. Somebody have to look that up. Isn't that funny? Got them all. This is roses, believe it or not, little mini roses. Needs a
Uh-huh.
little trim back. Always something growing.
You got a
Always-
green thumb.
Stuff
No,
grows
his
pretty
wife
easy
had.
here. Stuff grows pretty easy here. We got lots of rain and lots of sunshine, so you don't have to have a particularly green thumb. If anything, you're fighting it. You're fighting it back
Yeah,
more than anything.
trying to keep it under control.
This is Malungai over here, which it was like a Filipino thing. And you
Oh, you
see how
want to blame
thick
it,
this
blame it
is?
on the wife, huh?
Hmm.
This was, yeah, this was a cutting 2 years ago. And look at it. It looks like a 10-year-old tree. So we just keep cutting it back and it just, you can't kill it. It just keeps coming back and coming back. There's another one over here. But it's supposed this is considered a superfood. Believe it or not, you can eat all of this. The branches, the leaves, I mean, we don't. Oh, it's got flowers. Don't even notice that. The red flowers.
That
Yeah,
sounds a
there's one
bit
over there.
like the plant in
The
the
wild
Seychelles
animals.
There's your wild animals.
that they call bread.
The
That they
wild
put in
Bella.
they put in everything.
There's another one over here. Like I said, these were cuttings. These were like little sticks she put in the ground. And they grow like there's no tomorrow. But yeah, they say you can make tea from it. It's good for this, that, and the other thing. You'd have to look it up, and I don't know. Apparently, you can eat that.
Yeah, whenever the Seychelles cook fish, they go out and pick a load of branches off the tree outside in the garden and cook it with that.
There's an orange, believe it or not. I don't know what it is. This was
Morning.
one time was what we call a hybrid, but it was two trees at the base, and then they had another tree. Um, what do you call that when you put them, they splice them together? Anyway, the tree died. We got hit by these ridiculous insects. And I was really disappointed I couldn't grow an orange tree in Florida. How bad is that? But the base stayed alive, and now it's coming back. So that's coming back. So I don't know what kind of orange the base was. This thing, I don't know what this is, but you can't kill. We cut this down nubs on a regular basis, and look, keeps coming back. Keeps back. Like I said, stuff grows here pretty good, pretty well. Here's our neighbor's dog. Hey,
Oh,
that's the girl's best
David.
friend.
So Philip doesn't like his GoPros anymore.
Yeah, that's why I was asking what happened. I guess something went
Lance.
wrong at some wedding he was doing.
Lance.
Hey Paul, hey Mark.
Bill, you only need to worry when the plant starts going. Feed me, William. Feed me now. Then you got problems.
What if I left the grill open? What's up with that? Here's my Weber. It's filthy.
Rubber grill, yeah.
And look at that. I'm ready for the new reflectors, actually. A little rust. I take care of them. They protect the burners. Oh well. There's my boat. My little guy.
Now, do you run that boat at all?
No.
Or is it just parked in the yard? Because
It's been enough for a couple. Every so often I come out and I and I clean it up, and then I run the motor. You have to put some water to it and run the motor, and then I forget about it for another 6 months.
Yeah, Bill, last year you said you were going to be getting it out. I remember you cleaned it up and you said you were planning on getting it out.
Well, I got a new cover for it. Looks good, huh?
Looks great. I mean, some people put plastic deer in their yard for decorations. Bill's lawn ornament is a boat.
Yeah, no, I'd like to. Like I said, it's all time, you know, all hobbies are great, but you have to have time.
Yeah, time. That's what I keep on saying. Between the the fourth one on the way, grandkids, and my dune buggy and the drones, like, I ain't got, and then a full-time job. I either need to get rid of some grandkids or some hobbies.
Not the job. Yeah.
Actually, what I need to do
jobs
is
always
figure out how
seem
to get those grandkids to work on that dune buggy for me, so I don't have to mess with it.
Yeah, jobs always get in the way of everything you want to do.
Yeah, if I could get rid of the job and just get paid for goofing off,
Yeah,
that really
It's
is
called
the dream.
that's called retirement.
And retirement's not all that's cracked up to be either.
I ain't gonna say much because all I'm doing is goofing off at work.
Bill, those white little flowers in your grass,
Well,
the
you're the
wild
coun-
white
you're the-
clover.
You're a council worker, Dre, like I was. I understand that.
Yeah.
Pretty great.
I have managed to incorporate my goofing off time with my regular pay time,
Yeah.
and everybody else think it's valuable.
Well, you're
Yep.
pretty well blessed then.
So long as
You don't hear me
looks like-
complaining.
as long as it looks like you're doing the job you're supposed to be doing, everything's okay.
Yeah, like I say, do that, and I say you incorporate all this other stuff that people ooh and ah that we all think is just basic drone flying. They're all like, "Wow, ooh, thanks, appreciate that. That looks good."
Yeah.
If anybody's interested in DJI Mic Mini in comparison, I guess Flight Path put out a video comparing it to the Polyland Lark M2. It's been out over a year. If you're interested in comparing those, there you go.
Yeah, if I've seen a comparison on them. I don't know. I just think those mics are a miracle.
Well, I don't. Like I said, if for what you like to say, your background and things that I'm trying to do now, there is some advantages to it, but I'm not gonna make a purchase, no matter what the
No,
price point of it is.
For if I was in the market just for what most of us do, I would just buy a single standalone transmitter, and that would be it. Because you can Bluetooth connect that transmitter to your phone and record directly to your phone. That's what a lot of us record on anyway.
Right. That's my whole point. Was that when it first was announced, I thought it was going to be all in one. You didn't have to buy a separate receiver. If it transmitted and received by itself, I said, okay, now your game changed. You got my attention. But since it's doing the same thing as everybody else is doing, I'll keep what I got. And like I say,
Why don't you transmit and receive by itself?
Well, I'm saying like right now, to get that, you have to get the receiver attached to your phone. Yeah.
No.
You got to connect the receiver to your phone.
No.
Well, that's what they sell.
The Mic Mini, they sell it, but you don't have to have that. The Mic Mini, you can put it into Bluetooth mode and you can pair it up, and your phone will see it as a Bluetooth microphone.
Oh, okay.
That's why I said if I was to do it and do what most of us do, which is just take the phone out and run and gun, I would just get the transmitter, and you can connect it directly to your phone with Bluetooth, and you're good to go.
Well, they should have advertised it like that, because every time I see somebody talk about it, they always show them
I didn't know about that either
receiver.
until I got it out and started playing with it.
Yeah, like I say, they always show everybody putting the receiver into the phone. And I said, that's nothing new to what all the rest of them have done for years.
But when you put the receiver in the phone, what you're doing there is you're being able to receive the signals from both mics. So you can get a 2 mic input into that receiver and into your phone. If you're Bluetooth connecting, you can only connect one transmitter through the Bluetooth. So if you want to set up like a 2 mic setup and have like 2 people mic'd up, you're going to need the receiver and connect it into your phone. But for what most of us do,
Right.
a single transmitter is a cheap way to get into it, and
Yeah.
and
Well,
I'm not sure of the distance on that. I guarantee the distance isn't going to be as far connecting
No.
Bluetooth.
But like I said, you're going to be within camera shot of whatever
Yeah.
you're doing.
The
You know,
majority of
I-
what you do.
Even like what you're doing right now, you going back and forth to the grill. No
Yeah,
big
the
deal.
only problem with doing that is doing this type of live stream here. I thought about, because I used it the other day,
Mhm.
but when you hook up to your phone, it kills my earpiece
Oh, you can't hear
because
yourself.
it's treating it as the audio device, and
Right.
so it kills my Bluetooth earphones.
Oh, okay,
earbuds.
so the Bluetooth will only connect to one device at a time.
Right, and so the one audio device, and so it basically treats it as that. So that keeps it from being useful for doing live streams like this. But if you're going out and just recording stuff,
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I see what you're doing.
Donald,
yeah,
you know, when you were saying that, it made me wonder. The RC2 has Bluetooth on it.
yeah, I have not
Would
thought
you-
about hooking that. I have not thought about seeing if it'll pair to the RC2 yet.
Yeah.
I know that the RC2 will
We'll take the
connect
receiver, yeah.
that USB-C. But I have
Yeah.
not seen if I can connect to that yet. I might do that.
That's an interesting thought.
No, because somebody was asking about that. They were trying to stream with some drone. It was either the Air 3S or some other drone and talk at the same time. They couldn't do it. It wouldn't allow them. And I think that's more the controller issue because I forgot some of the controllers have a built-in mic and it does pretty well. I know the mic on I think my Pro does pretty good, and my Pro Plus. Great mic on the Pro Plus. Great mic on that controller. Built in it. But I think some of the lower controllers, the mic is not as good or it doesn't even have it at all.
Mhm.
So you would have to hook up a
Stream using
receiver.
RC2, I wasn't aware of that.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I know it depends on the controller you have, and it allows you to be able to stream. Now, what you're streaming to is also going to be an issue. I'm just going by the question somebody posted in one of the forums.
Well, I mean,
They
the
were-
reason I'm saying that is because I have the regular RC with the screen and it's
Mhm.
not available.
Right. I don't know what control they had. They didn't state. They were just saying that they didn't state what drone they were using. They didn't state the controller. And that's the only thing I hate when people get on Facebook forums or whatever else. They don't give you all the detailed information. So
Right.
now everybody's just spitballing. Well, have you done this? Have you done that? Well, tell me exactly what you have and what you don't have so we can kind of get focused in on what we can try to help you with.
Yeah,
You
Jake-
see the first 10, 20 comments and everybody's just spitballing and guessing. And I said, well, let's find out exactly what we're dealing with first.
I know
The reason
Jason.
I didn't get that original RC is because I used to like to stream when I flew, and I
Mhm.
couldn't do it. And I finally broke down and bought one. And I mean, I like it and all, but if I decided one day I wanted to share, can't do it. You have to go back to the phone, you know.
Well, who was it that was using, was it one of the Air 2S that was using what's the one you guys always get? Chris Hope uses all the time when he streams.
Right.
Prism.
I'm trying to think of the program he uses.
Prism.
Prism. Yeah, Prism.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Well,
he
I've
uses
done that.
Prism.
But
Right.
I did that with the phone attached to the
Right.
you know.
Okay. I wanted to make sure, was that an app added on to the controller or
Yeah.
was it actually through a phone?
It's in the phone. Yeah, no. I mean,
Okay.
that's why I stayed with the original controller was because one of the reasons anyway, besides being cheap.
well, it used to be in the Go
But
4
I
app.
really haven't been doing it for a long time, so it's like, hell with it. That's why I thought I'd buy it. I like it. It's all right. Everybody's like,
used
oh,
to be
once
in-
you have a screen on your controller, you'll never go back. I
Yeah.
think all that
It
crazy.
used to be in the Go 4 app because on the original Mavic Pro you could live stream using Prism actually
Right.
on
Right.
the DJI app.
Yeah. The Go4 app Yeah,
I just-
allowed you to add third-party apps on the controller, and it worked for a lot of them. And I think it was because as the different live streaming platforms started changing, DJI stopped supporting it.
I
So
think the newer ones have RTMP on them. Not that I know what RTMP does, except for the fact that
it's just a universal protocol for streaming.
You have to put an RTMP link in it
Right,
to your account so that you can live stream.
right. But like I say, that's why a lot of people now, they just go ahead and just record and then they sync up the audio and then put it out. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I
Alright.
get it. Live streaming can be a big asset, especially if you're doing, search and rescue stuff and you're trying to communicate with others who could just be simply watching your channel, whatever. Especially it's a cheaper alternative than using especially the enterprise level, using that Pilot 2 app. We call that thing Flight Hub. Because Flight Hub makes everybody have to be on the same network. But if you're live streaming, everybody can be looking on their cell phone, watching you stream.
Putting a third-party app in there, then what are you using to actually fly the drone? I mean, I guess you're looking through the third-party app to see where you're going. You know what I mean? Putting a third-party app on a controller with a screen in it.
Well, it does
Well, you
Where-
can't
where-
do it with the RC and the RC2, only with the RC Pro.
Bro,
Because you,
But what I
because
was
you
getting
can
at
put
is that
third-party
the app,
apps on that.
right, the app just mirrors what's on your screen.
yeah.
That's all it is. It's just mirroring.
Yeah, it's
and
been
you're-
so long since I did it. I forgot how
Right.
I.
That's all. It just acts as a mirror for what's on your screen, and then you have the added voice to it.
In fact, I think the last time I might have done it was at New Year's a couple of years ago when I flew, not New Year's, 4th of July. When I
Right. Okay.
flew
Yeah.
through the,
We need to go back to Google.
Fireworks show.
Hmm?
I was just saying the fireworks show that you're probably flying. And you were probably giving a description of what was going on.
now you
Yeah.
can hear. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I use Prism for that.
Because I'm watching a little bit of
I think.
Adrian's review, and he's showing the receiver hooked to a phone.
Okay, Dre, can you hear me?
I can hear you. Yeah.
This is with the Bluetooth mic connected directly to my phone.
Okay, Don, just turn your head up straight. You ain't gotta talk to me like you'd like to talk.
But
to
I can't
trash
hear
to me.
anything.
Hi, Lance, by the way. I didn't see. I
Hey,
saw you
Bill, how are you?
outside.
Yeah.
I didn't see you.
Lance is sad today. His little one went back to San Diego.
You know what, Draymond? We flew her back last night.
Yeah, yeah. I saw your message.
For about 4 days, we flew her back.
Mhm.
No, we flew her back home. She's here right now.
Oh,
She has some weird allergy. Something's going on. We don't know what it is.
oh.
But anytime she eats anything, she gets little bumps on the inside of her mouth. Anything she
Oh.
eats. So she can't eat right now. So there's something going
That's
on.
some kind of a virus or something.
So we flew her home last night. She's at the doctor right now with my wife. And
Okay.
Like an allergy of some sort.
Psychosomatic. She doesn't want to leave home.
yeah, that's it. So she'll
Yeah.
go back again on Wednesday. So she was gone 5 days, Dre, and now she's back.
Oh,
She
wow.
said when we pulled in this yesterday afternoon, she said, "Feel like I never left." But she'll be here till
Great.
Wednesday. We'll
Well,
fly
I
her
hope
back.
they figure out what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Yes, Don.
Yeah, did you hear the speaker or hear the mic?
Yeah, we heard you.
Yeah, once it did that, it cuts out all my earbuds, so I couldn't hear you, but that shows you can connect directly to your phone. And it sounded okay.
But you can't monitor what's going
So-
on.
Does it cut out the audio on the phone as well if you disconnect the earbuds?
Yes. It's looking at it as an audio device. For some reason, at least I haven't been able to figure out how to get it to play through the speaker. I was trying to get that to play through
But
the speaker on the
what I
phone.
was saying is, yeah, you know how you do on YouTube, a clip of play, you just put your mouse over it, it'll play. And I was just saying that Aldrin is showing the receiver being attached to the phone.
Mhm.
See? So
Yeah,
I'm wondering,
when I
if
bought
that-
this, I did not know that was a possibility.
yeah. So that's what I'm saying, that would seem to be the big selling point to show it not needing a receiver attached to the
But-
phone.
They would sell fewer of these boxes.
Yeah, that's true. Because to me, that's the big innovation that when we first heard about that, I said, well, I don't see no advantage if it's doing the same thing everybody else is doing.
Yeah, there's your advantage is that you can just connect straight. All you do is the pairing button on the side,
Mhm.
for pairing it with the receiver. You pull that down, it'll start flashing from green to green and blue. That'll
Right.
let you know it's looking for either Wi-Fi or Bluetooth signal,
Mhm.
and you go ahead and connect it to your phone just like any Bluetooth device. It goes ahead and connects, and when you're done with that, you push that button again. It'll flash blue and green, and you grab your receiver. You push the button on the receiver, and it pairs back up to the receiver that fast.
Right. Now, my question is, which I'm pretty sure I know the answer, but I'm just going to verify for you. Now, if you were using the receiver on your phone, will it still cut out your earbuds?
I have not used it on my phone yet, but I don't know.
Okay, you're still standing in front of the camera. Why? How come you're not in the house getting the receiver?
I've got the receiver here. I do not have the lightning connector for the mic. I've got the USB-C.
Oh, okay. So
I don't have the
so
lightning
you
connector.
so your problem is you bought the wrong phone.
I bought the right phone. It was just years ago.
Yeah, the new iPhone's got a
I'm
seat.
still on the iPhone 11, Dre.
It's just too bad.
Oh man, you know what, Don? Yeah, like I
Yeah,
say,
so am
Don,
I.
you old like the rest of us old guys. We don't change phones till they die.
No, I bought the I bought the iPhone 11. I upgraded from the iPhone 5.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's what I'm saying. That's what like my
So-
wife. I think my wife's has the iPhone 11 or 12, and her phone before that might have been a 6.
Yeah, mine was Plus, and I updated to the 11 Pro Max. Yeah.
Yeah, I have-
so,
I bought the 11. I think it was a month or two after the 12 came out. The 12 was just brand new, and I was like, I'm gonna buy a generation back because I don't like staying on the cutting edge.
Saves money.
hmm
Generally
Yeah,
drop.
you save a lot of money just by going back a generation.
The same thing with the
or 2 or 3.
Android does the
Mhm.
same thing.
And my phone is still working, so why
Yeah.
get rid of it? And
That's-
I have never dropped it, never busted the screen
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
because I
where
take care of
am.
my shit.
I don't.
So-
That's it. I don't switch mine out until they stop working. The only reason I switched out this last one because the repair guy actually messed up my phone. 'Cause I had to get a battery, and the battery is one of the ones that had the little ribbon cable to it.
Mhm.
It goes inside, and somehow when he tried to install it, he messed up the antenna, so my phone would not receive anything.
Yep.
And I'm like,
And was
what the heck?
That was an iPhone?
No, it was an Android.
Okay.
It was an Android.
Did you
And
open
I'm
it
like-
back up to see if he just popped the plug off?
No, I took it back to him, and he was just like baffled. It was just beyond his capability. And I said, you know what, dude, I'm just going to cut my losses here. I'll just go because at the time AT&T was offering, trading your old phone, get the new one for up to $1,000 off. Like Don said, my phone was in excellent condition, no
Mhm.
problems. It just I couldn't get the signal because of that damaged antenna internally and stuff. So I traded in and got the S23 or whatever it's 23 Ultra, and I've been going for it since then. That
Yeah.
was the only reason I upgraded last time because I was satisfied. My other phone was like
Yeah. That's the only thing I'm looking at. I'm like, I could upgrade and get that USB-C connector.
Yeah.
So when you
go on Amazon and buy the lightning connected to USB-C. Maybe.
I think I've got a lightning to USB-C connector down there. I don't know if that would read,
You should.
It should.
but no, it's not a female
Yeah, does it allow
And
data
like that.
transfer or is it just for charging? You know, I was gonna ask you though, when you look at your Bluetooth devices, when you're
Mhm.
connected with that and you touch it and for the settings, what does it enable you to disable, enable? I mean, it doesn't separate it from input to output device. Like maybe you could turn, because you know,
I don't
when,
know.
I mean, I don't know that this would work. In fact, I doubt it will, but it's something to look at because I've
If you
noticed,
guys are gonna be on here for a little bit, I might just pop in here and let me just see.
you know, there might be a setting in there where you disable it for just audio.
And let me.
Well, it also depends on what version of Bluetooth you are. Just like the cars. Some cars
Mhm.
have the newer Bluetooth where it handles all your audio, incoming and outgoing with a Bluetooth. And same thing with phones. Depends on what version of Bluetooth your phone may have on it.
I know there's a separate setting in there for
Right,
phone calls,
right.
multimedia.
Mhm.
Well,
Like,
and that's the thing on the Zoom here on the desktop, it will allow me to set a different input and output on that. On the iOS, it
right.
won't let me change that on the iOS Zoom.
Yeah,
That
like I
device
said,
you have, that device you have, is that Wi-Fi? Connect the
Which
microphone?
device?
I mean, it's to connect it through Wi-Fi. I mean, you can have two separate devices. If one is being Bluetooth, if your
I think
headphone.
he's talking about the mic. Can the
Yeah,
mic be Wi-Fi or does it have
The
to be
mic will
Bluetooth?
not connect Wi-Fi to the phone.
No.
Yeah. Wi-Fi is just for the transmitter.
Mhm.
Well, I'm afraid you're gonna have to get with the times. You get a new phone.
Maybe. Let's see here.
What is she popping off about?
Device. Oh, no speaker, others, car stereo, headphone, hearing, other. Let me try this. If I set that as an other on the device type, it's probably gonna cut out again, but we'll see. All right, I think I lost. It's still showing my earphones as being connected.
Mhm.
Device type, headphone. Good. And mic mini. Device type, set it to other. Okay, I can't hear you guys,
That's because nobody was talking.
but can you hear me?
We can hear you fine, Don.
Okay, you guys can hear me, so
we were
the
kind of
mic is working.
quiet.
Bought this little thing for like $20. It's so cheap. And it's a little Wi-Fi connector to the bottom of the phone.
Right,
To hook up this little lanyard
little
style
mic,
thing.
right.
And I think it was like $20. It
And
works.
actually,
It
it's
doesn't.
kind of, I might start using the mic mini for this kind of thing because I would much rather you guys hear me than me hear you.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, it's weird that because when you look at device type, it gives you the choice of car stereo, headphone, hearing aid, speaker, and other. Oh yeah, it's a hearing aid.
David, you've been awful quiet here today.
Yeah,
We can all hear Laura in the background though.
don't think you can.
Oh, somebody sounds just like her.
Thought Laura had gone to her mum's.
Okay, that was weird.
Been.
When I
Hmm?
popped back,
Oh,
when I
you've been.
switched back over,
Yeah.
it knocked me off the Zoom call.
Dre, I'm
Yes, sir.
sorry. You're now gonna have to go and see a psychiatrist because Laura is definitely in your head.
Must be. Somebody sounds just like her.
I can't hear her at all.
I could have swore I heard Laura's voice in the background. Maybe she's over visiting Mark. I don't know.
It's only a 4-hour drive.
He didn't say what time she left.
No, she's in the other room.
Ah. So
She's there.
I possibly could have heard her ramming about in the background.
No, she's not said nothing or moved or anything. Ages. About 5 minutes ago, I did actually go in to check she was still alive. Because it's very unusual.
Yeah, Bill Phillips been putting stuff on and showing his live stream from the Mini 4 Pro of fireworks.
Now you might have heard it because she was just laughing.
Well, it was about 10 minutes ago. I heard about maybe 5 to 7 minutes.
No,
Someone's voice sounds just like hers.
don't worry, Dre. There's medication for it.
Thank you. As long as I can be healed.
At least with you, you can have medication and it will fix the problem. Me, I take medication, she's still there. Hey, what, my bloody hand is still killing from last night. Stupid glue gun. And after all that gluing, Bluey decided, nah, I don't like that, and took it down. Fucker.
Yeah, charge this thing up. Play with it.
Have you seen all the comments that Philip's been putting on for you, Bill?
Hmm?
Philip's been putting a load of comments on. He's been live streaming from his Mini 4 Pro.
Oh, well, yeah, like I said, I used to do it, but not with, I never did it through a screen controller. The phone.
That's what I thought you guys were doing all that time when you used to go out and, no, it must have been Johnny and Captain Joe would go out all the time, and I think it was Johnny was streaming.
Yeah.
I thought he was doing it for the controller.
Yeah.
We used to do it with Prism. There was some other way to do it too. I forget. I don't know. I was kind of into it for a minute there, and then in fact, I think I was one of the first ones to do it when the Air 2S came out, and it worked great right from the Fly app. But I don't remember exactly what I did, but it worked.
Yeah, like Phil said, Prism and Restream. This might be the other program people are using. Restream.
I have a call. Let me see. How much is
But like you said, he's using a regular RC, so he's using his phone. Philippines. Like using a regular RC with my Mini 4. That tells me he's using his phone.
Now I know I connected it directly right to YouTube. So it was streaming RTMP. I put that link. I didn't without even using
Mhm.
What do you call it? That app. And that was, yeah, you know, but I don't remember if I had audio at that point. I don't think
I'm like Mark. I used it years ago. I think it was with my Mavic Pro. Might have been the 2 Pro. But I remember YouTube had changed something. I forgot what it was. That's the reason why I stopped doing it, because YouTube had changed something that didn't allow you to basically stream live like you used to before.
Correct. Yeah, I
Yeah, I
did
know.
that too about 2 years ago. I would stream on YouTube, and then they took that feature off, and then they said you had to do the, what is it, the RM?
RTMP.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and I did that once, but I don't like flying with my phone.
Right.
Like Bill said, once you get that RC, you don't want to go back.
Right. Yeah. Once you get that
Mm.
screen on there, no,
Yeah.
you don't want to go
Not
back.
having to worry about cords and plugs and
Right.
connections. And although my Air 2S, I haven't connected my RC. I use my phone, so maybe I'll try that.
Yeah. But like I do believe when you hit screen recording with the RC Pro, I know it is for the RC Pro Plus with my M30P. It records, and I mean it is crystal clear. It's like if I had a mic on me, because I've hit screen record and have my DJI mic 2 on me with the Osmo Pocket, and I can almost sync both the video clip and the audio clip and video together. There's nothing missing. Quality is practically the same. So I don't know. I'm not sure which controller they came out with that stopped having the mic in it. I remember Marcus and those guys were not very happy because that was one of the ways they used to always do their clips, was with the controller, and they didn't have the additional mic or anything like that. They just talk right. They hit record screen, and it got the audio right there into the controller. So you have to worry about what direction you turned around or all that kind of stuff. That's the only thing is with these other mic kits. It's like Don's turning around, going to the grill and back. Sometimes if you turn your body gets in the way of whatever, like if you had a receiver, something like that attached to it, it would drop out. Because
Yeah.
it can't transmit through your body.
I'm not as
That was-
high tech or as wealthy as you guys. So here you go, $29.90. I have a
Yep.
call B1 wireless microphone system for USB-C, and it worked great. You just plug this guy down here into the bottom of your phone,
right.
and it links up directly. It doesn't affect your Bluetooth or anything else, and it actually worked pretty good. That's not bad for $30.
No, not bad at all.
No,
Oh, believe me, Bill, I've gone through the process, dude. I got some Mobies, the ones that used to take AA batteries. I got a 2 sets of those sitting around here somewhere. I started off with the original Rhodes. That's sitting around here somewhere. I got the Rode 2s sitting around here in a kit. And it wasn't until last year I bought my first DJI kit. I bought the Pocket 3, and then I thought when everybody started having issues with that screen thing messing up, I got a little nervous and said, let me go buy me a Pocket 2 as a backup, just in case. So that's how I evolved to where I'm at. It wasn't by I'm trying to think what kit I got.
Well,
I think it was this.
I showed it was yesterday on somebody's. I showed as like the transmitter and receiver that I'm used to using, micing people up with the pack, tied in a pack, and running a cable and stuff like that, and just showing this is just the entire kit is a little bit bigger than a pack.
Right.
That somebody has to hide on them.
That's what I say about Movo. They give you a nice little pouch kit, but I got both those in there, and also my Rhodes are in there. My original set of Rhodes.
Yep.
All fit in that one kit.
I've got a couple Movo mics that were just little cheapy mics that they were like the lightning connector mic, and yeah,
like I said, I got the cables are in the top part of the pouch here for the Rhodes and stuff, and I got a lavalier mic that I can hook to the Rhodes or to the Movos and stuff. And then I got the other.
I've got the Rode, the shotgun mic that goes on top of the camera and plugs in. I've got that.
I got that too. I don't have a camera for it to really work with.
I've got a couple nice shotgun mics that actually run XLR into the field recorder.
I wanted Rhodes, but
I don't use very often.
But you know, how often am I using it? And I thought, I mean, I wanted it, but I didn't let's spend the money. Let's play around and buy this thing and see if it's any good. And it really wasn't bad. I'll tell you what, it's the first time I plugged it into this laptop and it recognized it right away and immediately switched my microphone over to this.
Yeah.
Really,
Big thing for me, Bill, was that
so I'm charging it right now. Otherwise, I would say, how's it sound?
big
Yeah.
thing for me was with the Movos, I couldn't really determine how well the audio was working because it had no meters on it and stuff. And that's why I went to the Rhodes. And even if the Rhodes, the one part shows the meters on it, it still didn't give you a hint of the quality because the meter part was on the receiver and you might be a few feet away, so you couldn't see the screen because it's so small. And like I said, with the Osmo Pocket 3, a little bit bigger screen, you can see where the meter's hitting pretty much.
That is the benefit to the body packs
Right,
mics I have, is that you can tune the transmitter.
right,
And a lot of these wireless systems like this or any of the DJIs, you're tuning it on the receiver side, not on the transmitter side.
right.
Hey, Jonathan.
And if I'm somewhere where I'm getting radio interference, I can shift to a different channel on those. These, you don't have an opportunity to shift to a different channel if something is interfering. So there are benefits to the other $high mics, but for the average user, you're never
Yeah.
gonna.
All right, folks, I gotta dip out. Got some things to do. I will see you guys later.
See you later.
Andre,
See you, Drake.
I'm gonna go listen to you guys from my garage. I've got to do some cleaning out there.
oh gosh, I got so much cleaning to do in my garage. There's too many projects. That's a problem. I've got parts for my box that I'm going to put on the trunk of the dune buggy that's ready to start thinking about assembling.
I can't get in my garage to clean it.
Well,
I've lost the key
I
to
think
the
that's
back.
different than what we're talking about. We're talking about garages. We're not talking about garages.
I've lost the key to the back door, and the front door of it is still wedged and jammed closed from when they
Well-
broke into it.
Now is your opportunity to take up a new hobby, lockpicking.
Yeah. I'm still waiting for the insurance company to okay the repairs.
It feels like the sun is trying to poke its head out today. Been overcast all morning.
It's dark now here.
Yeah, well, we saw the sun this morning for about
Did you?
13 seconds.
I didn't.
It was just a little crack in the cloud. It popped out and it went, bye. See you in the new year. It was like a little fond farewell.
Somebody's playing music.
Sorry about that.
Yeah.
Let me turn it down. Lavacall's website now goes, they're a different company now, apparently.
Mhm.
I know this, it's got 3 different modes. I was trying to find out how to,
Oh, Paul's gone into the art. Well,
JDS.
see how to do it. And unfortunately, it uses color on a tiny little light, and I've red-green color blindness, so of course. You got acoustic mode, noise reduction mode, and reverberation mode, where it actually has a built-in reverb. You gotta, but it doesn't tell you how to get there. You gotta click it again, second time, I guess. I don't know. It's funny, and you can tell it's a Chinese company because this is their produced Lavacall Global. This is their produced video on how to use it. They don't tell you how to get to these different modes. And noise reduction is spelled Noice.
Mm.
Well, yeah, the Mic Minis, that's another thing. They've got noise reduction mode on it, but the way you access it, you have to access it through the Mimo app.
Then you
All
have
right.
It's like,
control.
oh,
Not a bad thing. GP, there's a different one. Let's see.
dude,
Oh, somebody had a real bad day today on the bus. They've stolen something from a clothes shop and decided to, on the bus, they were going to pull off the tag. And it went kaboom. And there was blue ink everywhere.
you guys have
That's what it's there
exploding
for.
tags on clothing?
Yeah.
Yeah. They got little tags now. If you try to deactivate it without using a magnet, the little
Ours
ink
usually
button
just
explodes.
the ones over here are just the RFID that go off when you go through the doors.
Yeah, but these are extra. These are like they're making sure because people cut the little tags off. They're making sure that when these explode, it ruins the clothes. So no good to anyone. But they were on the bus when it went off.
Mm.
See, it doesn't ruin the clothes, it changes the design of the clothes. Now I think there
Yeah.
should be a line, some designer should release a line of clothing that has blue splotches on it.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that person's all, no, just for those people that look like Smurfs.
Yeah. Like banknotes with red dye on.
Yeah.
So you're describing like a big explosion.
Oh, big enough to go boom and cover them.
That's crazy.
Yeah, but they won't steal again, will they?
What about the
Well, not-
innocent person sitting next to them?
They shouldn't have sat there, should they?
The little old lady, she was on the bus, she was just going to visit her kids, and we're going to the store for some shopping. She's sitting there, and somebody gets on the bus and sits down next to her, pulls a bag out with some clothes, and boom, this old lady is now covered in blue ink.
And being arrested for stealing clothes.
Luckily, they were on the back seat and there was no one else around them.
Mm.
I don't know. It's just a different country. Here in the U.S., that's just opening you up for a lawsuit.
Over here, it's opening you up for a YouTube short. Because I'm sure the bus company are going to be loading that up at some point.
Yeah, and a 2-year prison sentence.
I think though, when they get home, are they going to explain that?
Yeah, how long are they going to have to stay in the house before they can go out when it wears off?
Yeah, it's a good point. Now I don't know how long it stays on. I think it's about 3 or 4 days, isn't it?
I don't know.
How you doing? Ken Fix Stuff. Did anybody say hi?
Hey, JDS.
That's JDS, yeah.
Yeah. Hello. He said hi to me, so I have to say hi. There we go. I'm looking forward to that work, and if you guys are, hopefully it'll have enough of a, because I don't remember if it sounded any good. I bought little black cats for it too, because what I bought that for was to live stream from the bike while I was riding.
Mhm.
So I stuck it up inside the helmet to get it out of the wind, and I still put a black cat on it, and the wind was still you still wind. I don't have a full face mask.
I mean, the dead cat.
Is a half, with a
Yeah.
screen front, and you still got too much wind up inside there. And the dead cat thing didn't make any difference. And if it did, it didn't make enough of a difference. It sounded terrible.
Mm.
I'm just curious to see. I mean, it's probably going to sound better than the mic on my inexpensive laptop here. It might. Maybe it won't. I don't know.
They've got some really nice dash helmet microphone systems now.
Well, this is just a cheap solution, you know.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to look up, see if there's a solution for running different audio for mic versus headphones. On
How's the car
the
doing?
phone.
It's doing good. Been spending a lot of time. Glad you asked. I've been spending a lot of time doing little repairs here and there in the place. Noticed that lights over the pool tables. One of them was hanging by the power leads to it. Someone people stupid. You know, they hit the lights with the stick and like that. There were several that were the fixture was broken, but I was able to make them. They're all working. I mean, I do little stuff all the time because they don't
Oh, we
mind.
had the privilege of you going out and finding them bulbs.
They don't mind if I electrocute myself. Apparently, at work. And
Hmm.
yeah, we got new TVs too. We got to put in a couple of 75-inch TVs in the middle. So
You might give Lon a call. He can tell you how to hang them.
yeah, I know. Well, I work in construction now. Okay, Lon. What's that got to do with that? This isn't construction. I'm hanging a TV. But yeah, no, actually, three 75 inches. I think since the last. I don't know if that one was up in the last meetup because we had a projector over there that was one of our old projectors, and it's just weak, and especially when it's still light out. But yeah, put a lot of TV hanging and stereo fixing, and they say they appreciate me, so that's good.
Well, if the sun comes out and it's poking out pretty good now, that's going to help me out quite a bit on this smoke. I've got a little bit of breeze, and the cold breeze coming across here is sucking all my heat away. That sun hitting that black Weber should help me maintain a little bit more. And you'd be surprised, it does make a difference.
I'd imagine. Yeah, there's no way to barrier. There's nothing there to barricade it from the wind. Like which
No,
direction?
not really.
Which direction is the breeze coming from?
From the southwest.
I mean, point. We don't know what that means. I mean, can you pull your vehicle next?
Oh, that way.
And pull your car next to it and block the wind.
There's a pond right there. I could move the grill, I guess,
I mean, you
and
got
try and hide the grill. But
the windbreaks that they have on the beach that you just hammer into the ground.
nah. Well, you can see the smoke. Well, I don't know if you can see the smoke anymore. It's not a heavy breeze. So
It's kind of like what I do when I don't feel like putting the protections up when there's a storm coming through. I pull the truck around back and put it in front of the patio door.
Has Gitchy been on yet?
oops, drifting up a little bit high.
Right.
Oh, well, my battery on my phone is about to die.
Will she have landed in Heathrow yet?
Yeah, should have done.
So I will talk to you guys later.
Okay, Don, good luck with take care of your meat.
I will take care of my meat. I'll be paying attention to my meat all day long.
You can't beat it.
Just be careful of that
I'll
mustard.
be
Okay, guys, I think I'm gonna shut it down.
You're always gonna play with.
You got a carburetor to play with, right?
Yeah, I might nap first. I got
There you go.
Just before you go, this is what's happening at Heathrow.
Go ahead, David.
Yeah, just before you go, I'm going to show you this. These are planes landing at Heathrow.
Easy, 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 easy.
Yeah, you wouldn't want to be on one of them.
Itchy's flying into Heathrow.
Yep.
Well, Gatwick's not far away, is it? It's only down the road.
I don't know. He got it in safe, so God bless him.
Oh, some of these pilots are bloody awesome at what they do.
Oh, that's a Canadair. I don't know. How do you do?
This is an American one.
Yeah.
Oh, wibble wobble.
Remember back in the day when people used to applaud after a nice landing.
Yeah.
Now they're just lucky to get.
They don't do that anymore. Remember that? Whenever, especially if you had a bad, a rocky flight, a lot of wind, a lot of cross, they come in with a smooth landing and everybody would applaud when you landed. People don't do that anymore.
Yeah, but now people just assume you're gonna land, don't they? They're not.
Now they usually applaud when they kick somebody off the plane.
Hi, Justin.
Yeah. When they've overbooked it. Well, guys. we
Okay,
will,
everybody.
see you all
Hey,
this
thanks
evening
for
then.
being here. We'll see you
Laura's
a lot
going
of
live
you
in a few
later today.
minutes. If
Have a
anyone's
great
interested.
day.